Today's community legend is proof that leadership has no age limit. Well, at just 14 years, she's shaping community. She's already a voice that cannot be ignored through the power of spoken word. Well, she challenges injustice, talks about societal norms that can be changed. And while many teenagers are still discovering who they are, she's boldly shaping conversations.
I've always loved public speaking a lot. I've loved poetry, but growing up, I realized that in our society, we need change. And it's not all about the talking, standing in front of them, performing. It's also about actions. So I started my one, that is the Innah's initiative, titled Undefeated Champions. So I wanted to redefine everything in a Gen Z way. Gen Z do not like talking. They like social media and stuff. So doing my advocacy work, I wanted to use my genuine stuffs to pull them in. And I've realized that as young people, we are not given the opportunities to speak in high-level places, or we are not given the opportunities to bring our ideas, even though we have something brilliant on board. Okay, so I went to the government when I realized I was really good in English. They were good, but I was that good. And my confidence level was there. I spotted and answered questions in class. So the teachers started using me for their programs, workshops. They would send me to represent the school, competition. So that is where it pointed something out to me that this is what I'm good at. So class 5, this community brought a dump. I think they came up with their figure cells to bring a dump at the back of the school, and it was that smelling. I don't know whether you know of the wager dump. You've heard it. Yes, wager dump.
There's common stories about it.
It's not bad. We need to do something about it. The teacher is always telling about it in class. I'm seeing nothing is improving. I went for a workshop as the DAAD workshop, and I realized that as a young person, I can also do something. They didn't mention it, but I realized I can also do something. So I started a club in my school with the help of my head teacher. I spoke with him. He realized that I had the passion for it. So he helped me establish the club in my school. That I started it in class 6. I was moving from class 5, so I started it in class 6. So it met every Fridays. Every Friday was a sanitation club. And the reason why I did it is because there's a quote that says charity begins at home. So if young ones learn about what is affecting our community, they go home to tell their parents that please stop doing this, but in a nice way. So it got to a point of time, I spoke to my head teacher, we started going for cleanups around the community. The community members would realize we're doing something. So it clicked in their heads also try talk.
Which community is this?
That's the wager community. So I schooled in wager community. So it clicked in their head to also start doing something. It got to even a point of time I started speaking about plastic pollution, and in the school, it's a government school, and normally we need government funds and stuff. So when they do not come, they bring their pure water sachets, they will weigh them, then the school uses it to buy stuff for the school, and it was really helping. All my life has been for sanitation since I was young, but I didn't know it had a relation to climate change. Yeah, and it wasn't necessarily about the dirtying of the environment, but about plastics as well. So the workshop I went to, it opened a lot about things to me, and I realized that my interest has been about climate change, and I never even knew what climate change was about. I didn't even know there was something called climate change. So I went home, I researched about climate change, and I realized that was where my interest was at all day, and I started my poetry into that. So I was already a poet, but I focused poetry about that.
I'm doing something they work at a Peter and Furo Catholic Church. So when I'm doing like a cleaning with the church, and when I get something, then I'll sit at the hand place. That is all this happened. They went to Katanga Shore, they went to the workshop, they were going some places. Because of her, how she was acting, Mama, she told Mama, this road distance is no good, we have to pick then. That is why now it is, everybody is doing with something. That was no, let me apply to our church. A church was so dirty. So I have to do this, to be picking the rubbish until if you see the church, I don't have time here, I've just come. I don't have time here. If you see the church is very neat because of her.
I went to academy one day to launch an initiative, and I realized they had so much passion. And it wasn't about climate action. It was about different stuff like child trafficking and climate quality education and other stuff. And I realized that it was all under the SDG. So if I force it on them climate action, I'm going to school telling them climate action, they're not going to love it. So I made it an SDGs initiative.
Wow.
She was last spring. She was there, a private school.
Okay, in a private school.
And she was acting. And then when she was acting there, the teacher will ask her, how did she act? When they ask her, she wrote something, be acting. They say, this girl is a different thing.
Very smart.
And she say, she's like, she's doing poets. And she's acting like that. Your daughter will be okay. Then she started, when she will see that scene, she'll be the first person acting. She'll act more than everybody. Then the father passed away.
Starting, they were like, they weren't friendly to it when I was starting, but when they realized I had a purpose with where I was going, they saw the positive mindset where I was going, where I started it in SHS school. I launched the Youth Climate Conference. It brought diverse schools, Accra Academy, St. Mary's and St. Martin's Senior High School. They realized it was a very good initiative. And a workshop. I also had a yearly workshop that was recently done 12 December 2025. There are so many people around the world who are like my age, even lesser than my age, who are also doing something powerful. But in Ghana, it seems like it's something new. So people, so maybe 14 years trying to do something, you'll be like, actually, what's she trying to do? You don't get a concept of it. But we go to other countries, it's so broad, like it's normal to them. I really remember BC, and nights before BC, I had a program to perform at a Kofi Annan. I read a woman in PR Ghana. It was so funny. I had to bend candle that night, go to the program, come back and bend candle, and I still hope the VC can hear you. I was like, wow. I wouldn't have reached anywhere by now. I would have given up. I promise you, even this week, I had a lot of setbacks there, but I still had to go to God and get the courage to move on.
You are not saying for yourself. So try to face God and face yourself and to do well where you are going. I wish you the best.
So I'll have to thank my family, especially my mother and my siblings, that have put so much work in everything I've done. My mom gave birth to me. She has also helped me in everything, her support, her immense support, my siblings and Aunt Indira as well, Auntie Nakwale Kotin. They've helped me so well. Without you and God, I don't know where I would be right now. Thank you, and I love you to the fullest. Bye.
The story of 14-year-old Innah Nau Nyandes is teaching us that courage is not measured by how powerful or wealthy you are. In her own small way, she's using the little she has to change the society by using a spoken word to talk about climate change. She hopes to be as part of the top 3 and ultimately emerge as a winner of the ChannelOne Television's Community Legend. We wish her the best and hope to see you next time. I'm Makusia Ochi. Thanks for watching.
Community Legends, celebrating everyday heroes